Hey, it's Monster, one half of your dynamic hosting duo of the Nerdy Man Room Show. Proudly bringing you another Man Room Short. Enjoy, and as always, please remember, viewer discretion is advised.
There's a huge part of me that wants so bad to buy a Predaking and a Devastator third party, but oh
And,
my gosh.
and that's the thing too, though. I mean, some of the characters that have been done in third parties are not. The wish list is really still big out there. I mean, for
Oh
me, for
yes.
what I want, I'm at the point where Computron, a few of the headmasters that haven't been made, and then Broadside, who was the last triple changer, has not been made. Other than that, it's just finishing off the sets I'm doing. But like for you, for wanting like a Predaking and stuff, there's not a good Predaking out there. There's a few different ones, but all the reviewers I've watched, none of them are happy with how they've come out,
They're
and
they're
they're expensive.
cosmetically appealing, very expensive, and zero posability.
Yeah, yeah, and I want a combination of cosmetically appealing and posability if I'm going for it. To be honest with you.
And Predaking and Devastator, they're both ones that, if, like I said, I can guarantee within 15 months I'd have the entire thing. Okay, I would go in for
Yeah,
because they're typically what $100 a figure, a little better sometimes.
yeah, yeah. Unless
Still
you're
a
buying
hundred,
fans toys.
yeah. So I would do that, but because I mean, let's be honest, if you buy a what is it, a 3-0 or a Mezco or something like
Yeah,
that,
you're dropping that too.
A Mayfix, you're kind of dropping those anyways, and you've got a 6-inch figure there.
Yeah, and that's the difference for me for Transformers, right? At least if I'm going to drop $100, there's engineering, and he's going to change shapes. If I drop
Yeah.
$100 on 3-0, the best I can do is treat him like a Barbie doll and take all his clothes off. All right,
Well, you have
what else
some
am I
weight
going to
to
do?
him too. Like I was really impressed with Cup when I got him. Like he was one of the ones that I've recently bought. That like when I picked him, I was like,
Yeah,
wow. I think the only one before him that I was like super impressed with was Ironhide. The
yeah,
Ironhide I got in, he is 100% G1 accurate, beautiful figure, and he had some heft to him.
yeah. Well, they're made to last. I mean, and there's
Yeah,
engineering inside them, so they have to make them with. They're a combination of not just plastic; they're plastic and die cast for the most part. I've seen a few that are just plastic, and like the Hound I have from Takara is all plastic, but he is beautiful. I mean,
yeah.
he's perfectly done. He looks extremely accurate to G1. The only thing that I can say that stands out to me that's not G1 is the fact that his steering wheel when he transforms kind of hangs off of his backpack because there's nowhere else for it to
Okay.
go. But you
Yeah, I
don't
know.
notice it in robot form unless you turn him around
Yeah.
and look for it.
Well, when I was opening, or transforming Ironhide to, get him to a position I wanted him, I'm just like, I'm looking at him and I'm a little kid all over again, and I'm hearing old Southern Ironhide, but Brad! I mean, it's like, it just hit it for me. The nostalgia
Yeah,
factors there. And that's some of what I want to capture when I collect. I want that nostalgia of being a 5-year old again and, watching it on what was a big screen, 32 inch at the time, and
yeah,
sitting on the living room floor, with an old box TV and just being captivated.
yeah, and that's the same for me, and that's why I started with, like I said, I started with I just want the season 1, 2, and 3 ones because that's what I watched. Now I saw the season 4 of the Headmasters beginning, but that was it. Those 3 episodes, so I had no connection to them, but it branched out from there because once you get them and start messing with them, like you said, there's heft to them, there's stuff. It's like, man, I need these. That's like they made the Omnibots, which were never on the show. They were only toy specific ones to sell a couple extra toys that they had molds of. And now they've made the X Transbots is making them this year, and I've already pre-ordered all them. I'm like, I don't even know their damn names without looking them up, but I can't resist them at this point because they are
So
G1
that's where you
technically.
have me is like there's a handful. Like I don't know all of them from G1. They're just the ones that certain ones. But to tell you how terrible I am, I'm almost embarrassed of saying this, but I literally thought I was buying Prowl one day. And you probably already know who I got instead.
I would imagine Smokescreen or Blue Streak.
Blue Streak.
Yeah, because they were all built off
Like,
the same body.
yes. And like, cause I was like on eBay one day and I was like busy at work, but I was like kind of watching this thing and it was going at a good fair price. And I was like, holy shit, that Prowl's cheap as fuck. So I snapped him up. He comes in, I'm excited. I unravel him and say, hey, this ain't Prowl. And yeah, it was, so it was Blue Streak. And I was like, but I mean, it's a great looking figure. However, it's not like you remember him from the show. And there's only a handful from the show that I just really still need that I want.
Yeah.
Like I need a Wheeljack. He's one of the ones that from the series, him, a Ratchet, and I still need to get a Bumblebee. And there's just, for the cons, for the most part, I've got pretty, other than the combiners I'd like to change out. I mean, I've got the cons, the core cons, so to speak.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd love to get a Blitzwing Steel and an Astro Train. They're probably the two that I need to round out my cons.